Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today, as you can maybe tell, is the Festival of the Gods. It is the brand new event, well, I say brand new, event coming to Magic Arena. It's essentially just Artisan. However, we get ourselves some wonderful star sign alternative arts, and I think they absolutely look gorgeous. So I'm going to be picking up all of them, doing all the events. All the events look roughly fun enough, and for the most part I guess they probably are. But yeah, as mentioned, this one's going to be the Artisan, so we only get to play with cards that are either commons or uncommons, and then the following cards are banned. Not enough in my opinion, but Persistent Petitioners, Cauldron Familiar, Cavalcade of Calamity, and Gates Ablaze are all going to be banned, so we won't be seeing too many of them decks. We definitely won't be seeing any mono red, and obviously you know, blue-white flyers isn't broken enough, so you know, that's the reason why there's no bans there. But anyway, before we get into the deck tech, I do want to do a little quick update. It was brought to my attention, oh god, that the link down in my description for my Patreon is actually wrong. So for those who have tried to click on it and got a 404 error, basically saying that the website doesn't exist, it absolutely doesn't. It has been changed and I forgot to change it. So yeah, if you've tried to go there and it's not worked, it is fixed now. And for those who actually have still donated, despite the fact that that link is broken, essentially going above and beyond, you're absolute saints. So thank you very much to all of you guys as well. So other than that, we're at 4,980 subscribers as well. We are 20 away from 5k. I'm very excited. I'm thinking that I'm going to do a Q&A as well, something like that. Let me know what you guys think. I think when we get to about 5k, I'm going to put out a video celebrating and letting you all know that we're at 5k. And from that point, I will take questions and things like that. So yeah, exciting times. Coming in close, it's long overdue. I really expected to be at 5k long ago, but we slowed down a little bit, which is a little bit due to Magic Jewels dying to a certain extent, but I think we're picking up pace now, and it's all thanks to you guys, so thank you very much to all involved. Anyway, today we're going into the Artisan event with blue-white Boggles. It's not too far from what the meta is at the moment, unfortunately. I didn't know that really going into it, how much blue-white would be dominating this format, but this is the deck we're going to be playing today. It's the one that I got my 4 wins of the day with, so it is what it is. So, what is blue-white Boggles? Well, Boggles being an enchantment aura-based deck, we're going to be using things like All That Glitters, which gets a +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment that you control. And then we got protection spells like Karamitra's Blessing and Starlit Mantle. Starlit Mantle giving +1/+1 and hexproof for the turn as well, so we can flash this one in to protect. But the main reason we're in blue-white is for Staggering Insight. White and blue enchant creature. The enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and lifelink, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it's basically going to play like blue tempo with a Boggles synergy with a little bit of blue-white flyers, because all of our creatures are actually flyers, so we can utilize things like Winged Words and also get in our damage without having to have any evasion. We can actually give kind of pseudo evasion with our removal piece, which is going to be Sky Tether, 1 white to enchant a creature. Gives that creature defender and they lose flying, which means they can't block our creature effectively. We can get rid of problem cards like that as well. And it also counts towards our enchantment cost for the All That Glitters, so it's really nice in that sense as well, allowing us to get that extra +1/+1 while also removing a creature. Other than that though, our power cards are going to be Sentinel's Eyes, giving Vigilance, thinking that we got a Vigilant lifelinker that gets to block and attack and draw cards is going to be pretty sweet. So all we really need to do is suit up one creature and then keep it safe with our mantles and our blessings. So as long as we got one of our 7 cards that protects, we should be okay. Our creatures, as we mentioned, is a 1/1 flyer with the Healer's Hawk. This one has lifelink built into it, so that we're not going to need the Staggering Insight to slow down against red decks. We're going to have that nice little bit of evasion, hopefully. We want to play very carefully against mono red, because they do have shocks in their deck and they're not afraid to use them. We got Transcendent Envoy, which is a 1/2 enchantment flyer, giving auras cost reduction. Not really terribly relevant, we only have 8 cards that's actually going to cost reduce, but it's also another flyer which gives the cost reduction on winged words. And then finally, Fairy Vandal, flash flying 1/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Fairy Vandal. Really good with the Staggering Insight, because Staggering Insight, if this actually triggers and draws us a card, that is going to be the second card we drew with Fairy Vandal. So in addition to having lifelink and drawing us cards, it's also going to be getting a counter every single turn, so it's really nice. And the flash power is pretty good as well. As mentioned, we got some card draw, opt, winged words, just to enable that Fairy Vandal a little bit more, and to increase the consistency of the deck, because you might notice we're only running 18 lands. The Shuffler is very much in force with this one, so you want to take 2 to 3 lands in your hand, mostly 2, because you'll end up drawing them with your winged words and opts and Staggering Insights. And yeah, we curve out at 2 if you haven't noticed, so we really just don't need more than 2 lands most of the time anyway. But yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of blue-white flyers, no doubt. It's very much in this format, hardcore. So these Sky Tethers are going to be very useful. Being able to block everything is going to be very useful. Yeah, this format's not very diverse, unfortunately. It's mono red and blue-white flyers. That's really about it. So as much as I want to make more content on this, it's probably going to be the only video we do today, because I had this deck planned. So damn it, I'm going to play it. But yeah, it's not very diverse, unfortunately. There aren't enough bannings to freshen up the format. It is what it is. But without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to personal deck critiques from myself every month, then check out the Patreon link down in the description below. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Okay then, we're in, and yeah, Mono Healer's Hawks. I'm actually tempted to keep this. Opponent's got the Lightning Bolt sleeves, which probably puts them on Mono Red, but if we just get a Healer's Hawk, nice and big, should be all good. Heart of the cards on this one. Ah, dang it, we've been bamboozled. Alright. Still not necessarily a terrible hand, though. I guess we're up against blue-white flyers. Could be a blue-red draw too. That's a deck I haven't actually seen today. I've seen almost exclusively blue-white flyers, and then a splash of mono-red. So, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, Healer's Hawk, help me. Is this going to get countered? Who knows? Yeah, there's a quench. That's totally fine. So yeah, it does look like a blue-red tempo deck, but if they're quenching a Sentinel's Eyes, then I'm totally fine with that. Maybe they're mono-blue tempo. Who knows? Alright, well, I'm gonna swing in, and... oh no, maybe not. Oh, they've got a flash creature. Yeah, they do. Alright, no swing. Just gonna play a Healer's Hawk. There it is, Brineborn Cutthroat. It's not the one I was thinking, but I was actually thinking maybe Fairy Vandal or a Spectral Sailor. I would have happily traded off with a Spectral Sailor, to be fair, but... yep, that's never happening. Alright, well, being a little punished. Don't know if you can tell. Alright, well, let's swing in. We've got the Karamitra's Blessing, so we can protect a little bit, I guess. Opponent shocks the Healer's Hawk on the right, so we're gonna give it a little bit of a buff. Gain a little bit of life. Could be relevant tempo. If we can find a blue source, then we can dig our way out of this. If we can't, well, we can't. Yeah, an island would be lovely. Thank you. It's dead kind of you. Alright, we're going to swing. See if we can get them to tap out a little bit. If I can resolve Winged Words, that'd be nice, but I don't think I will. Scorching Dragonfire. Okay. Does that mean quench? I think it does. Ah, I should be doing this on their turn, I think. Glimpse of Freedom, okay. Not seen that card around. Yeah, I should have probably be doing it on their turn. I open up more counter magic for them for sure. but they don't get a counter on their Cutthroat. We really just need a Sky Tether at this point for the Cutthroat. So let's go Opt. See if we can pump the Vandal, see if we can find a land drop. Vandal getting pumped. Land drop achieved. Shocking the Vandal. Alright. Well, maybe we can race at this point then. We got 4 cards in the yard, so we can double Sentinel's Eyes and make a 3-3. Or I could go with a All That Glitters while my opponent's tapped out. Well, tapped out-ish. I guess it might be Sentinel's Eyes Healer's Hawk? Healer's Hawk? Yeah, I think so. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, it's just 2. Actually, it's not 3. Yeah, that's fine. It's not the end of the world if this shock. It basically just fills up the graveyard for more Sentinel's Eyes anyway. The only issue is that 7/6 that they got right there. They're going to Glimpse, looking for a shock. 5 other cards for 3 mana. So I could actually go for another one here. I feel like they would have gone in response with their shock if they had it, so I don't think they do. So I could gain 3 now, or I could have the Healer's Hawk on the block. I think the Healer's Hawk on the block is just better, though. Instead of gaining 1 life, I stop 8 damage. Got Scorching Dragonfire, okay. Well, we're going to let this go. Does not really help us to block that at all. We just need to race, essentially. So let's go Sentinel's Eyes. They don't have anything. Let's go Transcendent Envoy, giving cost reduction to All That Glitters. And then All That Glitters, for 1 mana, gives us a 5/5. We gain 5 life, and I think we might have just tempoed them enough. 8. They got 3 cards, so they can't draw with Glimpse just yet. I think I will take my extra point on the Transcendent Envoy here. It could be relevant with this Winged Words. It's a Healer's Hawk. Okay. So, Sentinel's Eyes. Up the Healer's Hawk. Unsummon's around right now, isn't it? I think it is. Get him for 7. And then we got a flash creature with Fairy Vandal. We got the Envoy. And we got Lethal in the air. If they have removal for the Healer's Hawk, we flash in the Vandal. We got the 2 points there as well. I just don't think that they do. So, again, I think we just don't block. Go to 3. I don't think they'll have a 3 damage burn spell. It's Terramander. Okay. And we go wide with the Fairy Vandal. Okay, and maybe a little bit of a risk there that I didn't need to take. But I kind of wanted the certainty of victory if they didn't have that burn spell. And it worked out, so good stuff. It wasn't blue-white! Yay! Okay then, we're in, and we got no creatures, but we do have a 2-lander, a Sky Tether for delaying the game. This could be a keeper. It's a really sketchy keeper. That Opt needs to find as a creature, essentially, but the rest of the hand's decent. Oh, God. Am I seriously considering keeping this hand? YOLO. Absolute YOLO. Let's do this. I think this is a mull. I think there are a lot of matchups where this hand is bad. third land's not terrible. Spectral Sailor, blue-white flyers then. Could be the draw 2 deck, but I doubt it. Yep, it's flyers. Alright. So we will pass. End step opt. A 1/3 flyer, yeah, absolutely all in flyers. We got a Fairy Vandal, okay. Creature achieved, and we got the Staggering Insight as well. Okay. So we can flash in the Fairy Vandal to block the Spectral Sailor. The problem by doing that is if they have Rally of Wings, we have no creature. So I think it's a bad idea to do that. I think I would much rather have a Vandal swinging in with lifelink. Okay, so a Vandal. Got the Transcendent Envoy. So how do we go about doing this? I want to play it very carefully. To the point where I kind of want to protect the Vandal at all costs. So it might be a case of going Transcendent Envoy first. That way the Starlight Mantle is 1 blue, and then we can play Insight plus Mantle next turn. And we still have a blocker here that really shows off to our opponent. If they've got Rally of Wings, they attack here, essentially. But I don't think they do. Okay, so we know they don't have Rally of Wings. Cool. Let's go with an All That Glitters on Fairy Vandal. We want to make this boy real big. And we want to pass as is, holding up in the Starlit Mantle just in case they have Unsummon, which I think is in standard right now. There's actually a Stern... There's a Theros one, I know that much. I don't think it's literally Unsummon. Alright, Fairy Vandal. Both of these going and drawing us cards if we can get in with the Starlit Mantle. Staggering Insight, sorry, not the Starlit Mantle. That's what we've got to protect ourselves with. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 points to defend with at the moment. I guess we could go with All That Glitters here instead. And just make this boy huge. Don't need the life gain just yet. The protection is very useful, and we just... This helps us stay out of Rally of Wings territory. Very duelist, okay. So it's a 5/8. Opponent probably wants to just take all of this. Yeah. That would be my plan. But as soon as the Insight's stuck on the Vandal, then they really can't afford to, I think. Alright, Spectral Sailor drawing. Can't really stop that with the Sky Tether. It doesn't stop activated abilities. It is one of the downsides, but it's a really cheap removal spell for this deck all the same, so that's why we're running it. And the Sky Tether. Alright. All in, let's go. Got the Starlit Mantle ready to go. We've got a 10-11 lifelinker. Got the extra 3 points on the Starlit Mantle if we need it. And yeah, opponent drew real bad, I guess. Yeah, Blue-White Flyers wins when it draws Rally of Wings, and quite often loses when it doesn't. It's a surprise. Okay, then we're in. And, ooh. I think I keep this hand. It's a 1-lander. We do ideally want 2 lands, but 1 we can get away with for a little while, especially because we got the 2 opts. So I think this one's a keeper. We've got the pieces that we really want to see in the mid-game as well, so we just need that 1 creature, and we're good to go. We've got top decks as we go, all that shenanigans. Yep, let's take that Plains. Might regret doing that. I should probably be digging a little bit more aggressively for We're going to stick to mono blue for now. It's not showing where white just yet. Should be digging a little bit more aggressively for the creature rather than the lands, I guess. But I do need a white source for Healer's Hawk if I'm going to play that kind of thing. It's only Fairy Vandal that we can play off of mono blue. Alright, looks like green, red goblins, if I had to guess. So using Grum Gully and whatnot. Alright, going to bottom that. Yeah, I should have bottomed that land. Oof. Oof. Running 18 lands. And we're flooding. Okay, so the problem's going to be Grum Gully, because we don't have an answer to him. It's a problem, alright. I think the bigger problem is going to be actually resolving an aura onto one of my creatures. I think if we can get it out of range of Shocks and Domri's ambushes, we're going to be okay, but if we can't, then we're not really going to be able to stick anything. I think if we get these two onto a creature, game's over. But we have to find a creature, and then we have to have it survive. And that might be asking a little bit too much from our deck at this point in time. Alright, so we're going Tin Street Dodger all in. Sure, it can't be blocked by creatures with Defender. I guess they're afraid of, like, Fairy Vandal. Wouldn't dare block your Tin Street Dodger with my Fairy Vandal. Get away from me. Oof. Alright, this was not the outcome I expected from the hand that I kept. A one-lander that's drawn nothing but lands. I think we actually might play a game where we do literally nothing. I think that's what we're doing right now. Here comes Tin Street Dodger, taking us down another point. Yeah, there's a Grim Initiate. Maybe it's just red-green aggro then at this point. Would make sense. Come on! Pass the turn. If I attach this to one of my opponent's creatures, do I get to draw a card? Should I do that thing? Alright, that's getting sky tethered. At least we have something to do now. Alright, we're at 10. We've done it. Alright. Healer's Hawk. We can play around Shock with the Karamitra's Blessing. So we want to go all that glitters. Opponent shocks. We get +2/+2 on the Blessing. They didn't do that. That scares me. Okay. Well, we're going to pass now, because I'm actually terribly afraid of what may happen here. I guess we just have to hope to get lucky. Yeah, we're going to block here. And we have to use the Blessing, and then they have to kill something in response. And then they kill my Hawk in response. They didn't. What is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Tap out? Light up the stage. There's a Grum Gully and a Zertar Goblin. The cards I expected to be in the deck from turn 1. Opponent's tapping out. Oh my god, that is a card of my dreams. I think we win if this lives. I don't deserve to win. I don't deserve this. 8/8 Vigilance, flying, draws me 2 cards. Hopefully gets me a Starlit Mantle. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve a damn thing that's happening right now. It's an All That Glitters. And a plains. All the glitters on the Healer's Hawk. I mean, this is what the deck does. They could have Creature Steal. If they have that, we're dead. We can't really play around it. And we've got lethal in the air. So I don't deserve this. I should lose here. There is no world in which good things are happening. Alright, I'm just going to block the Tin Street Dodger. Because I don't need to block anything bigger. Because I'm just going to go to 22 and make sure that there is literally nothing I'm not thinking of here that could do me any harm. There's a Sunder Shaman. We can block and kill that, so it doesn't really matter that that's happening. Let's get in for 14 and win the game. What happened? Where am I? Is it... This is purgatory, where weird things happen. And they cannot be explained. I should have lost. My opponent should have drawn all the good cards against me during that point where I was just flooding like crazy. Well, I took that one lander. It was risky, but secretly, I think we can all agree, I'm a genius, because look how it turned out. Let's go for one more game. Alrighty then, we are in, and we have what I would consider probably the nut draw. So we're going to keep this one. We got a turn 2 flashed in Fairy Vandal, and then we've got all the enchantments and the auras, specifically, that we could ever dream of. So all our opponent needs to do is not kill my Vandal, and we win this game. We're going to opt. I do want more lands, I think. Maybe a Blessing's good enough, though. Hello, opponent. I think a Blessing's good enough. Alright. Pass the turn. We're going to flash in the Vandal. Overgrowth Elemental. Okay, so they're mono-green Stompy. Kinda thing. And we're going to flash in and stop that 1 point of damage. Next level plays. You can scoop anytime you want, opponent. I don't mind. So 3 toughness, 4 when we attack with the Vandal. So we don't have to worry about Rabid Bite necessarily, but should we just play around Rabid Bite anyway? I think we should probably go Fairy Vandal, Staggering Insight. I think you can play around things too much. Sentinel's Eyes is about as good as a draw could get. We do need a land, though. Alright, so let's just do another Staggering Insight. That'll get us our other land. Tap for 4, draw 2 cards. Gain a counter on the Fairy Vandal. We get an opt and an opt. Alright, well, we can't deserve the nut draw all the way to victory. So missing our land drop there is, you know, totally fine. So they're Simic Elementals, I guess. Yeah, there's no way they can beat this, right? Okay. We're gonna go all that glitters. Make it huge, massive. Now it's an 8-9. We're just gonna play the islands. Yeah. Game over. Yeah, I guess you could wait until you get the plains and then you get to hold up in the Karamitris Blessing, but really at that point, what could they possibly do? I don't see an out for them other than, I guess, them bouncing. An unsummon effect would be something to play around, I guess. Yeah. 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 Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I don't know if you guys want to see more Artisan. To be honest, we actually surprisingly got a lot of diversity when I actually started recording, which is great. So many of you might not know this. If you're not a content creator, there is the creator curse, which is when you are recording, bad things happen, and when you're not recording, they never happen. It's actually been the opposite today, which is great. I really expected a boring matchup situation where we'd only play against blue-white flyers, but as soon as I hit the record button this today, we actually got some really good matchups, or some diversity anyway. So let me know if you want to see some more Artisan anyway. I could come back for this for the next day or two if you'd like. It's all dependent on what you guys say down below. But other than that though, hit the like button, subscribe, lets me know if you want to see Artisan the next time it comes around anyway. Other than that though, I will see you all next time. Bye bye.